Hello, Arizona Trail volunteers. Chrissy, your ATA Volunteer Engagement Specialist here to walk you through the volunteer hours entry process. You are the foundation of the Arizona Trail. It would not be what it is without volunteers like you. Logged volunteer hours drive funding for the trail and the ATA. Additionally, you can earn rewards for your log time, so make sure you get all of your volunteer hours submitted. If you do not know how to log your hours, not to worry, this tutorial will guide you through the process. Volunteer hours are submitted through personalized engagement dashboards. Each volunteer has an engagement dashboard that is unique to them and accessed by a personalized link. Don't have an engagement dashboard link yet? This is how you can request one. From aztrail.org, click the red Login button at the top right of the page. This will take you to the Engagement Dashboard Link Request page. Scroll down this page to where it says Link Request. Then fill in your information in the fields below. Once you have entered all 4 of those fields, click Submit. The system will then send an email with your engagement dashboard link to the email you provided. Next, check your email inbox. Your engagement dashboard link will be in an email from the Arizona Trail Association with subject line, "Here is the link to your engagement dashboard." Please keep in mind that it may take a few minutes for you to receive this email. Once you receive the email, open it and click on your personal member portal, which can be found in blue text towards the top of the email. This will take you to your engagement dashboard. Please make sure to bookmark the link to this page so that you don't lose it and can access it easily. This link is unique to your engagement dashboard. If you lose it, you can request a new one by repeating the steps above. Okay, now that you are able to access your engagement dashboard, you are ready to log your volunteer hours. To do that, from your engagement dashboard, click on Enter Volunteer Hours located in green text near the top center of your engagement dashboard page. This will take you to the Enter Volunteer Hours form. Alternatively, you can scroll to the bottom of the page and click Submit Hours. Either of these options will get you to the Enter Volunteer Hours form. Once you are at the Enter Volunteer Hours form, fill in the required fields marked by asterisks. In the Describe the Work You Did field, enter a brief description of what you did and where. If you worked on a specific passage, enter that here. If you are not sure which passage you worked on, a brief description of the work you did is sufficient. Include your travel time and time spent on volunteer work in the How many hours did you spend field. For example, if you drove 1 hour to a work site, worked on the trail for 6 hours, and then drove 1 hour home, you would enter 8 into the How many hours did you spend field. Please note that only a start date and start time is required. You do not need to enter a finish time or a finish date. Make sure to enter your start date and start time in the required format so that the system will accept it. If you know the event name or passage number you volunteered on, enter that information into the volunteer event or campaign this was a part of field. If you are not sure, make your best guess or just state that you are not sure. Once you have filled in the required fields, click Submit. After that, your hours submission will be sent to ATA staff for approval. Once your submitted hours are approved, you will see them listed in your volunteer resume at the bottom of your engagement dashboard page under your 10 most recent approved volunteer hours. Please note that hours approved by ATA staff is completed only to ensure that hours are assigned to the correct land manager unit. You can enter hours for multi-day events in one submission so long as they pertain to the same task. For example, if you participated in a multi-day trail work event on one passage, those hours can be combined into one entry. If you participated in an outreach event one day and then worked on the trail the next day, enter those hours in separate submissions. That brings us to the end of this tutorial. You should now be able to access your engagement dashboard and submit your volunteer hours. Go forth and log your hours. If you have any questions at all, please email us at volunteer@aztrail.org. Thank you for supporting the Arizona Trail and the Arizona Trail Association.